Hello. Happy Wednesday, guys. How's it going? All right. I love this. We are finally at Wednesday, which feels like it's been a very, very long week, but we've had a very exciting week over here, and I kind of want to talk about it because it's a big thing to be excited about. Okay, so we will let a few more people join, but I just want to kind of tell everyone, South Florida, wow, ice blue calm ocean. I'm super jealous. It is beautiful here in Toronto, but I don't have an ice blue ocean to stare at, so I'm a little jelly. But the reason I'm on today is because I want to tell you about the new launch of New Theory's brand new product, Digest and Debloat. So for those of you guys who have followed my journeys throughout my life, I have IBS. I've had IBS for as long as I can remember, as has my business partner, Ginger. So this was a real passion project of mine because of all the unpleasant symptoms of IBS, I would say persistent and painful bloating and distension, right up there with my least favorite, right? There's, nothing worse than feeling so bloated, uncomfortable, having abdominal pain, motility issues, all of that after you eat a meal that you love, whether it's whether it's a fun meal like getting ice cream with your friends, your kids, or it's like a nutritious like veggie packed salad that is beneficial for your health. So I really knew that I needed to find a solution, and Ginger and I have never been able to find another solution on the market that actually helped the bloating. So we have developed with a really rigorous scientific advisory committee and myself, we've developed a really fantastic product that attacks bloating from multiple angles, because there are so many root causes of bloating. It can't just be, I'll put out like a little fluff, like a small amount of this ingredient or a small amount of peppermint or a small amount of, like ginger or whatever. You need clinical dosages in those products, and you also need to think about the multitude of reasons why someone might be bloated. So our formula, unlike all those other ones out there, starts with a really good evidence-based digestive enzyme blend. So we've got lactase, because that's going to help with all you favorite dairy loving folks like myself. I'm drinking a whole milk latte, which I never would have done before, but I can now. So that game changer. We've got the alpha galactosidase, which is another evidence-based enzyme used for things like your beans, like your goons, all those like cruciferous veggies that make you fart, right? Like beans good for your heart. But that's why we need to break that down. And our gut is just not very good at doing that on its own. And then we've got a novel digestive enzyme called fructonase or inulinase, and that helps to break down the inulin, the FODMAP inulin in things like garlic, onions. I can't even not eat onions without my Digest and Debloat. That is for one. That's absolutely for one sure. But also all of those kind of like new like prebiotic snacks out there on the market, the like prebiotic sodas and prebiotic bars. Like there's so many things now that are being marketed as being gut healthy, and they are, because we know prebiotics are really important for the health of our gut microbiome, but they cause a lot of bloating and gas, and this helps break that down so that you can get the benefits of the prebiotics for your gut bacteria without the negative repercussions for you, right? And the feeling of that, which sucks. So that's what we've got going on there. And, I find that, a lot of the products that are currently on the market, we've struggled to find one that actually works, because either the ingredients were like low-hanging fruits, they were not actually the best evidence-based ingredients when it came to reducing bloating, or they were we're looking at very kind of like massive proprietary blends with tiny amounts of the functional ingredients, so they're not actually going to move the needle, or they're not third-party tested, and third-party testing is such an important part of our brand. So we third-party test thoroughly, for endocrine disruptors, heavy metals, allergens, pesticides, solvents, like you name it. And we post all of our results online. I don't know any other brand that is doing what we do. So just to go back to the formula for a second. So in addition to the enzymes, we also have a powerful combination of evidence-based herbal extracts. And these extracts work synergistically and on their own. They all have their like little kind of quirks. They're little kind of, you know, superpower, so to speak, when it comes to reducing bloating. So we see like promotility, so helps to move food through the gut so that you aren't feeling like a big heavy meal. It helps to like get that moving through the gut, so you're not having issues with, you know, constipation, or also just food sitting in your gut, kind of feeling heavy there. Also helps with anti-gas, breaking up gas. It helps with soothing out the smooth muscles of the GI tract so that they stop cramping, they stop kind of, you know, contracting and causing those cramps, causing that inflammation. And also a lot of inflammation. Bloating is also very much an inflammatory thing. So we need to kind of down-regulate that inflammation, and we have some really great anti-inflammatory herbs in here as well. And so the result is that you're attacking the bloating at the source, like before it even starts, and then you're also having all of these other mechanisms come into play to just smooth it out, to eliminate it, to prevent it. It is a game changer. We have had so many people, you know, test this for the past 18 months, and overwhelmingly the feedback has been, this is magic. Never have I ever tried something like this before. And I know a lot of these people have tried a lot of the other, you know, competitors out there, and this just does not compare. Not to toot my own horn, but it's true. Yes. So let's see. I don't know why this is not kind of scrolling up. If there's any more here. Whoop. But let's see. Any more questions? Let's see. All messages. Oh, okay. There we go. Awesome. Yes, I would love for you to try it. And this is really the key, right? Like it's with everything, it's all about, you know, trial and error and seeing how things go. And so typically what we recommend, what the clinical dose is that you would take 3 capsules is the official clinical dosage. And the ideal situation is that you take a few bites of your meal, and then you pop the 3 pills, and that allows the enzymes to really get to work right away. That said, this absolutely works magic if, let's say, you are having a meal, you didn't expect it to cause bloating, but then suddenly, oh my gosh, maybe you just tipped the scales a little on the dairy, or you ate too much of that cauliflower that was so good. I've been there so many times, and now you're feeling bloated. You can still take those, and it will absolutely work. It works within like 30 minutes. It's so incredible. Yes, of course, I can discuss the formula. So essentially, this is really unlike any of the other formulas that are on the market today. Most of these formulas either are just a couple herbs that are kind of packed into a proprietary blend. They don't have digestive enzymes, or they don't have targeted digestive enzymes. So they're far less likely to actually move the needle on the types of foods that are more likely to cause bloating and gas. And generally speaking, we're talking about FODMAPs, and that includes dairy, lactose, that includes wheat, that includes beans, legumes, a lot of that, most of the vegetables, certain fruits, plant-based foods, right? And also some other things like, added fibers like inulin fiber, sugar alcohols, all that stuff. So that's really what we're focusing on with the digestive enzymes. And also I think the other big determined issue here is that our doses, our ingredients are evidence-based, and they're in there in clinical dosages that actually work. And that's why this works. That's why it works so much better than the others. So we've got the lactase for dairy, alpha-galactosidase to do the beans, legumes, and the fructonase for all those kind of like, high fiber, like prebiotic drinks, prebiotic bars, prebiotic snacks, garlic, onions, really all the things that tend to cause some bloating. And then we've got a powerful combination of high-dose ginger extract, curcumin, so that's very anti-inflammatory, chamomile extract, DGL licorice extract, and fennel seed extract. And synergistically and also individually, these herbs have powerful prokinetic or promotility, so it helps to move the food through the gut, so you're not having like a big, distended belly from food literally sitting in your gut or causing constipation even. So that's really important. And then we've got the anti-inflammatory work, which helps to kind of calm the gut down, so it's not cramping, it's not tensing up, it's allowing the food to basically move through the GI tract nicely without causing that like inflamed belly. We've got some benefits for anti-gas, so breaking up the gas bubbles. We have evidence-based benefits for calming and soothing the gut muscles. So basically all these are evidence-based. They've been shown to help reduce bloating, improve quality of life, help with other symptoms of bloating, whether it's constipation, regularity, what's called distension, cramps, pain, gas, diarrhea, the whole shebang. So we were very selective on the ingredients for that reason, and we picked them right because they absolutely work. Yep. All right. Okay. Well, I'm really excited. And if you guys have not heard my, what I said at the top, which is basically that we have a promo going on. So if you want to go to neutheory.com, that's NEUE theory.com. And you can use my promo code ABBEYSKITCHEN20, so ABBEYS Kitchen20 to get 20% off your order. I would love for you guys to try it. I would love to hear what you think. You can also, while you're there, check out our 2-in-1 plant-based probiotic protein powder. This is a game changer. If you've ever found that most protein powders make you bloat, they make me bloat, absolutely bloat. And this, my friends, does not, because it has the anti-bloat probiotics plus the proteolytic enzymes in here to break things down. It is another game changer that you absolutely are going to want to try out. So I would love to hear your thoughts. We also sell these in little mini sachets. So if you want to go for on the run, if you want to try a flavor, if you want to see how it goes, pop it in your purse, pop them in at work. Great for traveling. So I would love to hear your feedback. And I really appreciate you guys joining me, and I'll do another live another time. That was really fun. All right, folks. Bye.